So, like I said, my name is Halia. I've been with Arch and Evolution for 3 years, now, almost 3 years now. I'm getting a little excited, a little ahead of myself. We're going to go over how to use Facebook to get clients to inquire with you. We're going to go over a couple of different ways to do that. The first way we're going to go over is creating a group on Facebook. So, we're going to piggyback off of Angela's training with finding a niche, and we're going to use that niche that we find to create a Facebook group. So, a few things that we want to do first is how to set it up, right? So you can see here, I'm already on my group. I'm going to show you guys how to start to actually create the group first, and then we'll go back to my group. I'll show you guys all of the settings. I'll show you guys how and what to post in there, how to schedule posts, how to grow your group, and then we'll go into another way of really engaging on Facebook in order to get people to inquire with you. So, first things first is you're going to be on your dashboard, whatever the heck you want to call it, your main profile, right? You can either go right here on this left-hand side where it has all of these options, or you can go into this little, I don't know, the little icon with the menu icon, okay? And you can go to group, okay? So we're going to click groups, and this is going to create a group. So you want to create a group name first, okay? And when it comes to travel, this group name is going to be very, very, very important, okay? So we want to make sure we're getting our SEO in there. For those of you who don't know what SEO is, it is search engine optimization. So we want to get some important words in there to really help people be able to find our group, right? So this is where Angela was showing you guys how to niche down. This is where that is really going to come into play. So my group that I currently have is called Luxury Disneyland Vacations by Halia, right? And we'll go into all of that in a minute. So what you guys want to do is with your niche, right? Whether it is cruises, whether it is all-inclusive travel, whether it's family travel, whether it's solo travel, right? Whatever your niche is, you want to have that in your group name, okay? So you want to have your niche and you want to have the word travel or vacation. Okay. Those are going to be keywords that people are typing into the search bar when they're searching, right? For example, if I am someone looking for a cruise vacation, right? I'm going to type in the search bar cruise vacations, right? Or cruise travel, right? That's what I'm going to search. And so we want to make sure that in our group name, we have those keywords in order to be able to be up at the top of that search when people search that up on Facebook or really even on Google, right? So let's say I'm actually going to ask for participation. So let's say, let me see. Think I have to turn the chat back on. Somebody give me a niche in the chat. Cruise. Okay. What type of cruise? Is it going to be solo cruises, family cruises, adults only? Okay, let's do adults only. I like adults only. So we're going to be adults only. I'll put adult only cruise vacations. Let me know if you guys like this one. And then you're going to put by your name, right? Super simple. Adult only cruise vacations by Halia, or we could do adult only cruise travel by Halia, right? You want to do those specific keywords so that way when you're going into the search bar or when your clients or potential clients are going into the search bar, they're going to be typing in adult only cruise travel, adult only cruise vacation, right? And you can see I have all four of those words in my group name. Okay. So I would be at the top as long as I also need to grow it and do all the things, but this is going to help me get to the top of that. Okay. Does that make sense so far, you guys? I want you guys to make sure you guys are taking notes. We're also, like I said, this is recording, so you guys are going to get this later. Okay. Okay. Perfect. So then once you have your name, you want to go ahead and choose your privacy. We want to do a private group. So that way, People can still find our group. It's going to be private but visible. People can still find our group. However, they're not going to be able to see all the content that we are working hard and curating and posting until they join our group, okay? So we're going to press private, and then right here where it says hide group, we're going to keep it at visible, okay? I would not invite anybody just yet, right? We're just getting everything set up and started. And then you would press create. You know what? Let's just go ahead and create this. We're going to do it together, you guys. And I'll start a new group. So we're going to press create. Okay. And then you guys want to make sure you're also going into like Canva or something to create a really pretty background. And we want to really tailor this group to our aligned clients. Okay. So when we're niching down, we have aligned clients that really work with us. Okay. So in order to do that, when I was first creating my Disney group, I used my handy dandy friend ChatGPT, right? Because I was really stuck on, well, who is my aligned client, right? How many of you guys feel like that, right? How many of you guys are like, okay, I get I need to niche down and I need to find an aligned client, but who would that even be? How many of you guys are with me on that? Who would that even be, right? Who am I supposed to even be marketing to and focusing on, right? Jacqueline says, I'm like that. Yeah, I was really stuck on this for a really long time until I decided to say, you know what? I'm not going to sit here and just think about it anymore. I'm going to have some help. And that was ChatGPT. So what I did was I actually used ChatGPT to help me create the group. This was in my initial settings. So I wasn't I didn't do the course that I took to learn all of this to teach you guys yet. So it wasn't as fine-tuned. So I wanted to create a plan for a Facebook group about Disneyland planning, right? That was my initial thing. So I asked ChatGPT to help me. It helped me set it up, right? It was helping me come up with different names. It was helping me come up with posting ideas and content schedules. And I'm going to send you guys the parts of this that are really important that I want you guys to take away. And then we'll go from there, right? It helped me come up with a group description. Again, I'm going to send you guys all of this. Okay. So don't worry. It helped me come up with the first post, right? And then from there, I started using it to really help me come up with a ton of info. Now, I definitely scrolled up way too much on this because I wanted to find the aligned client part. So let's see. I'll have to send that to you later. But what I did was I asked Facebook, once I figured out my group stuff and I knew what I was talking about and I knew what I wanted to do, I went to ChatGPT and I said, this is what I want, right? This was my Disneyland one. I said, I really want to help families and really anybody be able to go to Disneyland, understand how to do Disneyland, how to make it the best. I want to give them the best experience. I want to really help the people that are not really looking to get the cheapest price or the best deal, but are really looking to have the best experience. And I want to help them have that, right? I want to show them that I can take care of all of that. These are the services I want to provide. And this is what I want. And I want to find who my aligned client would be and how I can reach them, right? Now I'll send you the exact prompt I used. And ChatGPT spit me out a huge thing going over my aligned client, how to reach them, what to post about, what to post in order to reach them, and how to market to them, okay? So that's what I'm going to help you guys do today as well. But first, before we even get into that, we got to fix some of our settings in our Facebook group, right? And the reason why using a Facebook group is so beneficial is because you really have control over the narrative here, right? You have control over the experience that you and your members have. You get to really foster a sense of community. It will help you get more engagement, right? It'll help you build those relationships. It'll help you get to know people more, which only fosters more and more trust and really helps you find your aligned client in order to grow your business, okay? So what we are going to do, yes, this is a Facebook group set up for my personal page. I also have a business page, but I focus more on my Facebook group now, okay? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna run through the settings of how to make sure everything is set and how to come up with our description and all of that stuff. And then I'm gonna go over a few of the different types of posts to post and how to schedule that and all of that. It's gonna be very quick, you guys. I'm actually gonna turn the chat box off so that way I don't get distracted because it's gonna be very quick as we are short on time. And then we're gonna go into another way to get clients via Facebook, okay? So first things first is I would suggest to, if you have another profile or even your business page or another person that you're really close with that you trust, I would suggest to add a secondary person in as an admin, just in case if anything were to happen to you or your account, then you have another way into your group, okay? So the first thing we want to do are membership questions, okay? We want to have some questions in here. And I'm literally just going to go straight from my other group and copy and paste them, okay? So we want to have membership questions in here. And this is where we're going to be able to help filter out the people for our group to really help get our aligned clients in there. Now, one thing I do want to mention before we get into it is you guys are going to be growing your groups. You guys are going to be accepting people into your groups and it's going to be great. But I want to set those realistic expectations, right? Only about 80% of the people in your group are actually going to see your content, okay? Only about 80%. From that 80%, only about 20% of people are actually going to respond and engage in your posts, okay? So I don't want you to be discouraged if you feel like you're not getting a lot of engagement, okay? It's totally fine. That's normal, right? That's what's to be expected. From that, only 5 to 10% of those people are actually going to be aligned clients, okay? Are going to be the people that actually book with you off of what you're wanting to do. Again, nothing to be discouraged by, and it's going to take time to grow, and that's totally okay. The more consistent you are, the more bookings you'll be getting, the more people you'll be working with, all of that stuff, okay? So it really is key in setting it all up, making sure we are getting as many people that are aligned with us as possible into the group to really bring up those numbers, okay? So we're gonna get into these questions first. First thing first is this group is exclusively for those considering hiring me for their vacation travel with Halia, right? If you are a travel advisor or currently working with one, please refrain from joining this group. And please comment below how you found my group. So this is telling people right off the bat that please don't join this group if you're not looking to work with me to book your travel, okay? So we're just gonna press, let me exit. So right here on the left-hand side, we're gonna press membership questions and then add question. And I'm just gonna copy and paste this. And then it's gonna be a question type. We're gonna say written answer and save. Okay, then we're gonna go back into here. Drop your email. This is another way to grow your email list for your newsletters and all of that. So drop your email for specials, newsletter, and an opportunity to connect offline, right? Really help, again, foster that relationship with them. So we're going to do written answer again. And then you can have up to 3 membership questions, I believe. So then we're going to have, do you agree to not solicit or PM members unless given permission? Because I don't want anybody messaging my group members. I want this to be a safe space for everyone, right? I don't want anybody to have cold messages sent to them without their permission. So we're gonna say, yes, I agree. What were the options I gave on here? Yes, and of course, right? There are no, no, I don't agree, right? So yes, and of course. And then we're gonna go into group rules. Now you can either go from here or you can go on the left-hand side where it says group rules, okay? So we're just gonna press get started. Now Facebook has some rules that are already set for you to add, and you can totally do that. I'm gonna go into mine. We have 5 here, right? So a few of them are Facebook's, and I think some of them I edited them, but I think I added all of them, right? So the first one is be kind and courteous. We're going to create. We're going to create another one. Then it's no promotions or spam. Now, the difference is I did edit this one, right? So I added in this. So this group is run, let me open this up. Edit. This group is run by Discover You Travel, my business name, right? Any and all travel requests will be handled by Discover You Travel. There are many other groups that allow self-promotion. This is not a group for other agents to find clients in, right? So I'm setting this expectation up for my group members right off the bat, okay? The next one is no hate speech or bullying. We're just going to add that in, right? Because again, we're creating a safe space for our members to share. We're going to be sharing about ourselves. We're going to be sharing about the travel, cruise vacations, right? We're going to be sharing about a lot, and it's really going to be a community space. And so we want to make sure everybody is safe. So respect everyone's privacy as well. And then no unsolicited PMs to members. Is that one they created or no? Okay, so that's one that I'm going to create. So we're just going to press create. I'm just going to copy and paste since I already have it here. So no unsolicited PMs to members. And then do not PM without any permission. Again, we're reiterating that there's no private messages to any of our members without permission, and that I, Discover You Travel, am the one handling any and all travel requests. Okay, so we're just reiterating that again. And what I'll do, you guys, is I will send you the link to my Facebook group, my Disneyland one. I'll add that into the email tonight. And then that way you guys can piggyback off of the things that I have created. You guys can copy and paste the rules, the membership questions. You can even use the description I have and just edit it and make it your own. That way you don't have to spend too much time, really focusing on getting it all set up, and you can really jumpstart that. With that being said, I do want to say, please still spend some time figuring out what you want your group to be and how to really tailor it to you, because this is going to be your Facebook group, and it's important that you are showing off your authentic self in this group, because the trust aspect, the getting to know each other, the getting to like each other, and building that trust in those relationships are really, really, really key to fostering that community in your group, okay? Okay, so now we're going to go to group settings. So we're going to scroll down. We're going to go to group settings. And then this is where we can have the name and description. We have a new member intro, all of this stuff. And this is where I really utilize ChatGPT to help me create it, right? So let's jump over to my Disneyland group that's already created. And I'm going to go to group settings. So I have my name and description. Now with Facebook groups, you can change your group name every 28 days. So really take some time thinking about what you want to do for your group and make sure that you really like it before you go ahead and create the group with the name, okay? So the description is really important. This is something, even though it's a private group, everybody can see the group description, the group name, and a little bit of other stuff in the about section that I'm blanking on right now. But everybody can see the group description, right? So you really want to be straightforward with what you're doing, okay? You want to give your consultation link, right? If you guys have Calendly, you can use Calendly. I use Turn, so I have the calendar within Turn on here. I have my website linked in here, my email here, my Instagram here, right? Ways for people to contact me. Even if they don't join my group, people are still given my contact info, and they can still keep that somewhere and contact me later down the line, okay? So that is at the top of my page. And it says, or the top of my description. And it says, if you're ready to work on your next Disneyland vacation, please schedule a consultation here, right? So we're going to go and copy this, and we're going to do that same thing over here, okay? We're going to go name and description, and we're going to paste. So I'm going to say, if you're ready to work on your next adult only cruise vacation, please schedule a consultation here, okay? Then we're going to go into a little intro about us. So we want to share who we are, what we do, who this group is for, what our commitment is to our group members, and what they will learn here, okay? And The point of this is to, again, really foster that know, like, and trust right off the bat, okay? And with the Facebook group and really with handling clients in general, it's really all about how you as a travel agent can serve your clients, right? How can you be of service to them? And that is what we focus on in our groups, right? We don't focus on selling, we don't focus on any of that. We focus on educating our clients and really sharing how we can be of service to them, okay? So that's what I give off. That's the information I give off in this description, right? And again, you guys can copy, I'll put the link in, you guys can copy and paste this. So I give a little bit of info about me and why they should work with me as their travel agent for Disneyland Adventures, okay? I also talk a little bit about what I do as a Disneyland travel agent, right? And a little bit of my background and my qualifications for that, okay? For those of you that don't know, I love Disneyland, and I've also been going to Disneyland my entire life, okay? So I talk about that a lot. So that's talked about in here a lot as well. I let them know, hey, I'm not just a travel agent that's gotten training on Disneyland. I've also gotten firsthand experience in Disneyland for my whole entire life, so I can offer that insight, right? I also tell them, like, if this is for you, this is why, right? These are the reasons why this group is for you. And if it's not for you, then okay, that's fine. I let them know what my commitment is to them if they join my group. And I let them know what they're going to learn here. Okay. So this is all stuff that we're going to be putting inside of your guys' own groups. And again, you guys can utilize ChatGPT. One tip that you can take is, like, let's say you take my group description, you copy it, plug it into ChatGPT and say something like, use this info or using this info, create a group description for, and put your niche in and say a little bit about you, right? And then paste it and then submit. And ChatGPT will take all of that information you gave them and rewrite that group description to tailor it to you and your niche, okay? So that's a quick tip to really be able to tailor that. Okay, let me cancel. Then we want to have our new member intro on, and we want to have our cover photo. Okay, so you guys can just go into Canva. I know Sakina's doing Canva later on, hint, hint. So you guys can go into Canva, get like a Facebook cover photo, and you want to have your group name on it. You want to have some pictures of you, some pictures of the travel niche that you're doing, right? If you have pictures of you in the travel niche that you're doing, even better, right? Like, I have thousands of pictures of me at Disneyland. So all the pictures I put on there are me at Disneyland. I don't have thousands of pictures of me on a cruise. Okay. I have maybe a handful at most, right? So I'll probably put one or two in there, but then I'll probably just put like a picture of me by myself or a picture of a cruise, right? So with the new member intro, you want to have a brief kind of summary of what they can expect, right? So again, so I'm excited. You're here to help. I'm here to help you discover the magic of a stress-free Disneyland vacation. I'll be sharing, I'm sharing what I'm going to be doing in the group and how this group can really service them and how it can benefit them. Okay. And then I put my website in there for them to check out. Okay, so that's the little message that I give. I then press next and they get to go through the rules again before they press got it. Okay, so we definitely have that on. We already set this up. You guys can put your location down if you want to. You don't have to, it's not very necessary. I did put mine since I am in Los Angeles and Disneyland is only about an hour away. I did put mine to help boost my SEO and my search engine, my SEO optimization, right? But for this cruise one, I probably won't put it on, right? Because cruises are going to be everywhere. The location does not really matter. The tags you want to do job, or travel and leisure, but then it should be, I thought it was travel and leisure actually. Okay, cancel. Let's go on to the other one. Where did it go? Where did it go? Oh no. Okay, whatever. Tags, you want to make sure you're doing travel and hospitality. I'll have to work through the kinks later. And I'll put the details in that in the email later tonight. Then you want to customize your web address, right? So we're going to go into here. It's going to be right here, customize group, customize your web address. And I just like to put the name of my group, right? So adult only Cruise Vacations by Halia, right? So now this will give a custom URL to my Facebook group, okay? And we can use this to help grow our groups. You guys can post it in your Instagram stories. You guys can tag your groups and stuff like that, but this will really help customize that group. You can also choose your group color. So let's say you have colored like themes for your business, like mine is purple. So I made my group purple, right? We have badges, which are really fun. It helps promote engagement. Group affiliation. I have my personal page linked to it. So you can put that on, it'll link it. Super simple. Then we have manage membership, okay? Who can join groups? You want to do profiles and pages. This way, more people are able to join your group and more people are able to engage with you. Who can approve membership requests? You want to do only admins and moderators, okay? This way that only you will be able to approve membership requests. And so let's say, I've actually experienced this a few times, like I'm in a bunch of different groups on Facebook, right? If I'm in a group that allows anybody to accept requests and one of my Facebook friends tries to join that group, I can then go in and accept them, right? And I'm not an admin of that group. I don't want that happening to my group. So I make sure that only I can accept membership requests, okay? I also don't pre-approve anybody. Everybody needs to answer those questions and then they will be approved, okay? And you guys also don't be afraid to decline people from entering your group if they don't answer your questions, okay? That is a very important part of, attracting our aligned clients, right? If they're not willing to answer the membership questions, then I'm not going to enter them into my group, okay? I do have anonymous posting on. I do have anyone in the group can post, right? I have my post approvals off as well. Same with the edits. However, the chats only admins and moderators. Okay, you guys, again, this is where we're going to really take control over that. So only admins and moderators can post. I personally like to do, you can either do newest activity or newest posts. I like newest activity. That way, if there's new comments, they bump it to the top and stuff like that. Sort comments, that's really up to you, however you guys want to do that. And default tab, I personally like discussion, okay? Then you guys can edit the different types of posts allowed and different types of things that are allowed in the group. You can add in different types of features if you wanted to, different chats, different things, right? If you wanted to do, I don't do buying and selling in my group. If you wanted to do any guides, right? You could add that in. All that different stuff. You can add in contributions, so people get little rewards and things like that for growing, for engaging. They get group statuses, all that good stuff, okay? Now, before we move on to a little bit of the types of posts, does anybody have any questions regarding the settings? Because I know that's a lot of info. Going once, going twice. Not settings. Okay, beautiful. So now we really want to focus on, the types of things that we're posting, right? I'm going to head back over to my Disneyland group. Community home. There we go. We want to focus on the types of things that we're posting, right? I would suggest to start off with a post that explains who you are and what you do, right? Luckily enough, when you create your description, your group description, it automatically creates a post for you, okay? So you can go into that post, you can add a picture of yourself. If you have a picture of yourself in the niche that you're doing, even better. And then I would pin this, right? So this is basically the group description, okay? And then they can schedule their consultation. The only thing that's different from the group description to the post is I put all of my links in the comments, okay? And the reason I do this is because of Facebook's algorithm. So Facebook does not like when you have links in the post directing people to go somewhere outside of Facebook. So the way for me to get around this, for people to still see my posts, right, but still be able to see the link that I need, which is my calendar, right, my consultation calendar, is to drop that in the comments. So I'll use things like when I'm doing business posts, I'll use things like oh, schedule your consultation down below. And the first comment is going to be my calendar. Okay. So you want to do, when you're posting, you want to do a mix of engagement posts, right? These are going to really help you create a fun and engaging community, right? You want to do personal posts, allowing people to really get to know you behind the scenes, right? Get to know who you are, get to start to like you, right? Really build that trust. And then of course we want to do some business posts, right? We're here for business. So we want to do some business posts. So those are going to be things like travel tips, any changes in the industry, sharing about certain different types of travel, like for the cruise, adult only. The only adult only cruise line is going to be Virgin Voyages, so that one's going to be about Virgin Voyages, right? You guys can really get creative with these posts. I like to post on here when I'm going to Disney next, right? You also want to do a mix of like simple things like this, pictures, right? You can even do just words. You can do little videos, and you want to do little lives too, right? Now, don't get too nervous, okay? I know going live is super, super, super intimidating. It's something that still makes me nervous to this day, and that's okay. But you can do in your Facebook group a couple times a week, do like 5 to 10 minutes, right? 5 minutes, 2 minutes even, right? Little lives are gonna help foster engagement as well. They're going to help people, don't mind my cats. They're going to help people really get to know you and really understand who you are and start to trust you more, okay? So these are the kinds of posts that you want to do. So this is an example of a a business post that I did last week. And it's about the dining experiences coming to Disneyland. Okay. Look, Perla just joined my group. Love it, Perla. I'll accept you. You can come, I guess that's fine. Dining experiences coming to Disneyland, right? I'm giving my members this free information because the more information and free things that I give them, the more tips I give them, the more info I give them, the more stuff I give them, right? The more they're going to the more it's going to build that know, like, and trust, and the more they're going to trust me to then book their next vacation. Okay. Some other posts I have are asking people, are you in the pictures or are you taking the pictures when you're on vacation, right? And I posted different pictures, one of me taking it and one of me in it, right? So this is both a personal and an engagement post, right? Because I'm talking about what I'm doing and I'm asking them what they wanted, what they normally do. Now we have another travel tip, right? It's again free information. And I asked them a question at the end. Do you take a midday break when you're at Disneyland? And you can see that didn't get any comments, and that's fine, right? I'm not going to stress over it. I have a little quote here with a picture of myself and my girlfriend at Disneyland, right? It's kind of mix of engagement and personal, right? We have a fun cocktail with a little GIF or GIF, however you want to say it, whatever floats your boat, right? Asking them what their favorite cocktails are, right? Again, another business post. This one is, have you stayed here before, right? Have you stayed here before? Is it on your list? It's a hotel by Disneyland. That's not one of the Disneyland resorts, right? Good morning posts, telling them that I can book more than just Disneyland if they knew that. And look, my calendar is the first thing in the comments. So you guys can mix up these posts. Now, one thing I do need to get better at with posting is videos and lives. Okay. One time I went live at Disneyland. You can probably see right here, join me live at Disneyland. It was so much fun, you guys. It was so, so, so much fun. And it was not as intimidating as you might think it would be. So definitely mix all of that up. You can see I'm asking what their plans are for the weekend. This has nothing to do with Disney, right? It doesn't always have to be about travel and about booking travel, right? You want to really, like I said, foster that sense of community and allow people to get to know you, okay? And then to grow it, we're going to go over how to engage in Facebook. There's going to be times where you're able to tag it in the comments, right? If someone's asking about certain types of trips, you can be like, oh, you can answer their question and then tag your group, right? And we'll go over some of that. Just be careful of the other group's rules when going in and tagging your group, okay? Okay, let's see. Any whoops. Before we get into the other part of it, any questions on the Facebook group? Jeanette asked, how many groups do you have? I have, not including my team groups, I now have 2. How often do you post? Oh, thank you. I actually forgot to go over that. I post 2 to 3 times a day in my Facebook groups, and you guys can schedule them. So, what that looks like is, let's go up. You guys can schedule them. So I like to do my scheduling every day, like for the next day. It takes like less than 5 minutes. You guys can schedule weekly, monthly, however long in advance you want to schedule. So let's say I was going to create a post for tomorrow, right? I'm literally just going to do, good morning, everyone. Ooh. Happy hump day, right? And I'm gonna, let's do a GIF because I feel like a GIF is super fun. And I'm gonna do hump day. This is funny. I love this one. Perfect. Disneyland, Disney themed, right? It's hump day. Then what you can do, I can't see. Then what you can do is right here on this little calendar, you can go in schedule. Let's do for tomorrow. And I'm going to do, you want to do, if you're doing 3, you want to do one early in the morning, one mid-morning to early afternoon, and one in the late evening. Okay. If you're doing 2, pick 2 times, but you also, your algorithm might be different than my algorithm, right? Your members might be engaging at different times than my members. So you want to kind of play around to see when your members are engaging the most. Okay. So I'm going to go in here and I'm gonna do an early morning one for this one. Let's do like 6:25 in the morning, okay? We're gonna schedule. Now that post is done. Now I can schedule a business post and a personal post. And with your business post specifically, you guys can reuse your posts every like 45 days or so, right? Because not everybody's gonna see those anyways, and you guys are gonna get new members that are not going to see your posts previously, okay? Let me bring this back down so I can answer the questions before we get into the other. Okay. I don't tag my followers in my Facebook group. I don't invite my followers to my Facebook group either, because a lot of my followers are other travel agents, right? A lot of my most engaging followers are other travel agents. So what I do is I grow it different ways. So I put some personal posts on my personal page, and I tag my group. I tag my group in comments. I tag my group in my Instagram stories, things like that. Like I said, the group fosters more of a community and more engagement. So that's why I've been liking a group as well. Cindy asked, what happens if you don't go on vacations? No worries. You can still talk about these places. You can do research on them. Our vendors offer great content. You can use some of that as well. Yeah, so you guys, I'm not going to be answering questions about business pages because this is specifically about a group. Like I mentioned in the beginning, you guys can definitely do a business page if you want to, but I really like the group feature, so that's why I'm doing the group. Yes, I'm not going to be able to say your name. I'm not. I'm so sorry. But yes, I do a mix of all of that. And you really want to drive people to your group. Lelia? Oh, Lelia. Okay, perfect. All right. So I am going to turn off the chat now. And then we're going to get into the other way to grow your business. So I'm going to close one of these because this is going to drive me crazy. So now what we're going to do is you guys should already be adding, oh, shout out to Sarah. See you guys tomorrow for Sarah. You guys should be adding groups every single day, right? 5 in the morning, 5 at night, or 5 to 7 in the morning, 5 to 7 at night, really spread those out, right? And so some of the groups you guys want to be joining are going to be different travel destinations, right? So you could go in and search like, let's say Cancun, right? Or let's do, since we're doing, oh no, we're just going to do Cancun, Mexico, right? You're going to see, we're going to do groups. We're going to filter it to groups. You're going to see there's tons and tons of groups that you guys can join to start engaging and finding people looking to travel to Cancun, Mexico. Okay, so we're gonna go into this one. And you guys will see it's full of, I like to filter it to new posts. It's going to be filled with people asking for recommendations, okay? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna say, okay, we are a group of 17 people looking at Ziva, looking for quick 3 to 4 hour excursions with actually, I don't wanna do that one. I wanna do a hotel recommendation specifically. Okay, perfect. So been to Mexico about 6 times, done a few of the Riu hotels and also the Bahia Luxury. What is the best hotel for good food and drink, but also evening entertainment? So what we're gonna do is one, if I don't know the answer to this, that's fine. I can still answer, right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to go into Google. Let's bring it over here, and we're gonna say best hotels in Cancun for food. What did it say? Food and entertainment? Food, drinks, and entertainment. Food, drinks, and evening entertainment. Oh, Jesus. There we go. Okay, now it's going to give you a ton of options, right? TripAdvisor is my favorite. So I'm going to go into TripAdvisor. And I am going to hide Rakuten and I'm going to go into this list that it gave me, right? And you can see on this left-hand side, I can go and filter this, right? So I'm going to see what all the filters are on here. Okay. So we want to do, let's see. Never mind. You can do ratings as well, style, brands, all the different things. One thing I like to do is he's already done Riu and Bahia, right? So he wants a different type of experience or a different type of hotel. So what I'm going to do, did they say adults only or family? No. Okay. So let's go into LeBlanc, right? I'm just going to click on it. And then I'm going to scroll down and this has 5-star reviews. Amazing. But I'm going to scroll all the way down to where the reviews are. Perfect. Now the reviews are here and I can filter out based off of what I'm looking for, right? So typically they'll pop up here, but I can search, I can say good food, drinks, and entertainment. Now this is going to take a little bit longer if, again, you don't know the area, right? If you know the area, it's going to be a little quicker. If you don't know the area, you got to do a little bit of research, right? They don't need to know that we don't know, but we also need to act like we do, okay? So we need to get that info behind us. So I'm just gonna, look, I just typed in good food, drinks, and entertainment. First one pops up is from last month, right? Amazing. We had Diamond Concierge, great. This is Anne, that's not helpful. Outstanding resort. All these reviews are really, really good, right? I'm not seeing I'm not seeing any bad reviews at all, right? Fabulous food. This is what I'm searching for. Amazing staff and food, right? Luxury holiday, perfect resort, dinners, lunches and dinners were favorite. Beautiful. So I'm going to recommend this one, right? So what I'm going to say is, which one is this? LeBlanc Spa. I'm going to come in here. I'm going to like this comment or like this post. I'm going to comment. Typically, I like to tag the original poster. Now, on my laptop, this does not always let me, so I'm going to try, but if it doesn't, we're just going to move on, okay? So David Jones. Let's see, it gives me a bunch of David Jones, but is it the right David Jones? No, it's not. Okay. So we're just going to move on. But typically, I do this on my phone, so I like to tag the original poster. So I'll say, hey, David, I really love, what is it? LeBlanc. Ooh, if I could spell, that would be fantastic. LeBlanc Spa Resort. Spa Resort. Because of the amazing food and drinks, right? We're relating to what he's talking about. We're answering his question, right? Asking for another hotel and relating to the things that he mentioned were important to him, okay? Now, in this specific situation, I'm going to ask 2 questions. Typically, I'll ask what other amenities are important to you when choosing a resort, right? This specific post, we're going to ask a couple different questions. I want to know what he liked about Riu and Bahia and what experience is he wanting to have that he did not have with Ryu and Bahia, right? So we're answering the question, we're adding value, and then we're sparking a new question. We're sparking a conversation with them, okay? We're going to really build that trust. They're going to probably be curious and wonder, why the heck is this person asking me this question, right? Who are they? And they're probably going to go to my profile and see that I'm a travel agent, right? Because of the way that I have my profile set up. So that is the whole goal, right? Once they comment back, the two situations that happen, or three, I guess, either they don't respond, either they comment back, or they DM me straight away, right? If they DM me straight away, fantastic. That's exactly what I want, right? From the DM, I then schedule a consultation, right? I'm not, like Sarah says, I'm not selling where I can't close. So I'm not going back and forth with them in the comments or in the DMs, right? I'm scheduling that consultation and getting them on the phone immediately. If he responds to my comment, I'm going to see how that goes, right? I'm going to naturally have that conversation and then move that to the DMs to schedule a consultation. Okay. Does that make sense? I'm not going to ask if that makes sense, but I'll ask in a minute. So that's the plan here. So I'm going to say, what did you like most about visiting or staying at? I'm going to say staying at oh my goodness, you guys, if I could type, that'd be amazing. The Ryu hotels. I'll put Ryu and Bahia. Ryu and Bahia hotels. And what experience do you feel like you were missing from those resorts? Okay, so super simple. Hey, David, I really love this resort because of this reason, right? What did you like most about staying at the previous places? And what experience do you feel like you were missing? Right now, let's say someone was saying, oh, I'm looking for the best hotel for my family of 5 with good food, right? My response is going to be similar. I'm going to say, hey, Bethany, I really like this hotel, right? Let's do Dreams. I really like Dreams because of the family-friendly atmosphere and the amazing food. Now, they're not giving any information about where else they've stayed. So I'm going to say, what other amenities, write this down, what other amenities are important to you when choosing a place to stay, okay? The question we're always going to ask, unless they're giving us information about where they've stayed previously, what other amenities are important to you when choosing a place to stay? Okay, I'm just going to post that comment. Now, what you want to do is, my rule of thumb is however many groups I'm adding, I'm going to then go and engage in that many groups. Okay, so if I'm adding 5 to 7 groups in the morning and 5 to 7 groups at night, I'm then going to go and engage in 5 to 7 groups in the morning and 5 to 7 groups at night. Okay, and one quick hack that I actually learned from Gold leader Nikki Lowe is, if you go into your groups, or maybe you have to search first. So I'm going to search looking for recommendations, and then I'm going to go into group posts. So these are going to show me in all the groups that I'm a part of, all the posts that say looking for recommendations. And this will really help you guys streamline your time with searching for the engagement posts, right? This is really going to take off that time of looking for them, because they're all going to be right here. You guys can see there's like tons and tons. I'm sure if I scroll down, there's going to be even more of posts of just people looking for different recommendations for different things. Okay, so this is the other way that I really bring people into my business to book travel for them. Now, if I'm doing my cruise one, and let's say someone's like, oh, I'm looking for an adults only cruise, I'm going to answer that question, right? I'm going to say, hey, I really love, Virgin Voyages is the only true adults only cruise line, and this is why I love them, right? What experience are you looking for? And then I'm going to say, you feel free to join my group to learn more about adults only cruising, right? Something along those lines. So that way you can tag your group, and that's going to be one way to grow it. Now, I know that was a lot of info. Trust me, that was a lot of info to talk. So I can only imagine how much that was to bring in. I have about 5 minutes to answer questions. I'm going to turn the chat box back on. I have about 5 minutes to answer questions, but I also want to reiterate, it is okay if you guys don't fully understand or grasp everything that we went over today, okay? It was a lot of information, which normally the group alone, setting it up and what to post would take probably an hour to 2 hours, right? I took a course, an 7 or 8 module course, with each module being an hour to an hour and a half. Okay. And I crammed all of that information to teach you guys in, I think I did in like 35 minutes for the group alone. Right. So that's a lot. Okay. It's okay to not fully understand it. I will be doing another training on setting up your Facebook group, what to post in there, and all of that stuff later on this month. Okay, once I look at my calendar, I'll set that out and make sure everybody gets that flyer. Okay, so don't worry if you don't feel like you understand it fully. That is totally okay. Okay, let me open up the chat box and drink some water because geez. And then let me actually stop recording as well. And then we'll take questions.